shake the room. Go ahead, shake the room. How about I shake the room? Wait. Culture, culture, culture. Culture, culture, culture. Culture, culture, culture. Culture, culture, culture.
Yo. Alright, Kenndei, so go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do.
Awesome. Alright, what's up everybody? My name is Kenndei, Kenndei James. You know me, I'm a model, I'm a fitness instructor. Guess you can call me a creative as well. Yeah.
That is dope. I did not expect that from you. What? A model? Okay, that's cool. So how did you get into modeling?
I started in like 2014, late high school. My friend Edmund was a photographer, and this is like before I had like mad any confidence in myself or anything like that. So I would never thought I'd be here, but it was more so like, hey, I got a new camera, you want to shoot something, you know? And so I just started just going downtown Ann Arbor with him and just doing little stuff, you know? And then eventually, like, I started feeling myself a little more and more, and it really just made me happy. So I just kept doing it, and I realized it made other people happy too.
Yeah.
You know? So I just kept doing it, and then, yeah, like,
Cool. Yeah, that's awesome. So how did your, because I feel like some people think like, oh my god, you're a model, you've been confident. How did your confidence boost while you were doing it? What made you get confident in yourself?
I had like this whole little like super cliche weight loss journey type, you know? So like, I think it was like freshman year of college, I had lost like mad weight, you know, and that helped boost my confidence, not necessarily because of the actual weight loss, but because like I realized like I was more powerful than like I actually like gave credit to myself for, you know what I mean? So that really like boosted my confidence, and then eventually from there I just started shooting a lot more. And it was kind of one of those like, oh, they like me, they really like me, you know what I mean?
Beautiful. That sounds like you weren't confident. What?
Fuck
like
no. Oh, can I cuss? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
that's good.
Fuck no. No, I'm just kidding.
No, that's amazing though, because I feel like models, they've had that one stage in their life, or everybody in general, that one stage in life where you're like, I'm not confident, like, oh my god, I look like either like too much like a guy, or too tomboyish, or I'm too fat, I'm too skinny. But then like the models actually find out themselves, figure themselves out, and give yourself empowerment, and you're like, yeah, I'm a boss bitch. Like, I can pose any way. Like, what do you want me to do? I got it. I love it. Because I'm trying to slowly get into modeling. But then I'm just like, wait, I don't even know my angles. What angle? Wait, what? Like, I get so nervous. Like, the fact that you were getting nervous in front of the camera, you're a model.
I was super like, I don't know, I was definitely like that girl that was like teased for sure. And like, you know, all elementary, middle, and high school, you know what I mean? And then out of nowhere I had this crazy ass glow up. I wouldn't call it a glow up, it was just like a lot of hard fucking work, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm still in that process. I'm not saying like I'm the most confident person, like I'm definitely like, especially like when people look at my Instagram, they think I'm like this mean person or something. I'm like, bro, I'm a dork. Like, you know,
I love your energy when you came in. I was like, oh my god, you're so friendly, so hyper. Like, oh my god, no, I love it. But so how did the whole training and all that stuff come in?
I would guess because like I kind of developed my love for fitness after I lost all that weight. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the happy place for me. It helped like relieve stress, all that good stuff, and you know, health is wealth. So it's like it really started playing into like my mindset, how I move, how I even enter a room. You know what I mean? So it really helped with that, and then I realized like, you know, I could help my community as well. So with that kind of double-edged sword, kind of kept doing it. Eventually I started like working for a gym, you know what I mean? And then started doing my own thing. And yeah, I would say just keeping at it, honestly. Like the gym is like my happy place, I would have to say. So it's like a true passion of mine. So I wouldn't say it's like an actual like something I'm like I would say keep working with. It's just like a part of my lifestyle now. Yeah, so I would say that's how I got into that. My dad is also like a personal trainer and nutritionist. But that was definitely not the inspo. I tried to work out with him in like middle school type. It was not for me. He was yelling at me type, and I was like, yeah, I gotta see you when I get home. Like, this is not cool.
working over you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I feel it. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, it's just like, everyone I bring up, like, oh my god, no, that's amazing. Yeah, like, what? That's crazy. So, how do you feel that Detroit has helped you develop into the person that you are now, into your modeling business, fitness?
It has helped, like, it has, like, its pros and its cons, but it has definitely helped more than it has, like, negated, I would say. I mean, of course, like, for modeling, like, it's a, you know, a great place to get started, you know, depending on where you want to go with modeling. So, like, you know, you have your local fashion shows, you have, like, some great photographers out here that shoot, like, super great, like, magazine quality work. So I would definitely say with that, like, the community is pretty open, you know, it has its nooks and crannies that you can squeeze into, you know.
Yeah.
But it has helped, like, a lot, I would say. Like, just meeting people, meeting what you would call the art scene out here, the creative scene and things like that. Meeting some cool people out here, and then just slowly but surely, like, making my own little connections, and then growing enough to, like, keep going, you know?
Yeah, so where do you want to take the modeling?
I want to keep taking the modeling, like, further and further. Like, of course, like, I want the campaigns. Of course, I want, you know, great clients. I want more agencies. I'm signed with Hefner Management so far in Seattle.
Oh, wow.
So I'm looking to be represented in, thank you, in New York, LA. I kind of want to cover all the territories, New York, LA, Miami, Chicago, before I head up out of here.
Yeah, that would be so dope. I can't wait to see you everywhere. Like, when I see you, like, I've interviewed her. I know her personally. She's cool.
Soon time.
Yeah, how long have you been in the agency for?
I've been with Hefner Management for about 2 years now. So I've been with them for about 2 years. I was with another agency in LA. And it probably worked out for me, but I'm also with, what am I talking about? I'm with our model management, super great mother agent in Detroit. Shout out to Mika and her team. Our model management, she's like my mother agent. She's the best mother agent.
Yeah.
She got like a lot of great opportunities on the floor right now for me, so I'm really excited for this next 2 months.
Exciting. That makes me that's my question. What do you have in the works this year? What do you have, or if you could get a little sneak peek of what you've been working on?
Well, I'm going to Seattle tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
I just booked a job through my agency, so I'll be going for a week, so that's like a huge blessing. And I'm also working on GRIME Studios. So GRIME Studios is just a way, like, eventually I want it to be an entire, like, creative kind of, I would say, platform or outlet for specifically, like, creatives and people that are in the creative field, whether you're, you know, a DJ, whether you're a help with creative directing, whether you're a photographer, whether you're a makeup artist, things like that. I realized just being in this atmosphere, like, all the time that your health is like kind of neglected. You know, you're staying up mad late hours, coming up with ideas and things like that. You're always on the go. If you're on the go, you're probably eating fast food type. You know what I mean? Like, not necessarily putting you're not necessarily putting your health at like optimization, because of course you have all these other things. So eventually I want to, you know, not eventually, I'm going to personal training by GRIME Studios coming soon. And I also want to create a platform just to target creatives, like to create their healthy lifestyle, you know, something that will actually kind of implement it in a way that they can understand. You know, not everyone wants to go to a gym or a group fit or have the time or the money right now, especially in a pandemic, to go to a gym or even feel safe enough to go to a gym. You know, so just implementing, you know, meal plans, fitness plans, and eventually that going into Grimy House, which would be an entire art space to come work out, to come creative direct, you know, all in that same token.
That's cool. And you think it just in Detroit you're trying to do that for right now?
Of course I want to start like in Detroit and expand it here, you know, and then eventually I want to be everywhere. I want to be international.
No, I feel you with that.
GRIME Studios.
That sounds so dope, girl. You have my support. Definitely.
Thank you.
No, like, I'm definitely taking that to Atlanta and be like, yo, you guys have to go to Detroit. You guys are building so many dope ass brands that I would never figured. I feel like you guys are really big on health now, though.
Yes.
Like
health is so like, and that's the thing. I don't want it to become a trend, especially like within the Black community. That's the whole thing as well with GRIME Studios. I want to make health accessible to the Black community. You know what I mean? And Black creatives. You know, and just trying to implement that. You know, even if it becomes a lot of people want to go plant-based right now and things like that. I want to make that accessible. You know, you don't always have to be out here eating all this expensive, crazy foods you see, and a lot of the health community is took over by like a lot of people that are white. So you go to health magazines, you have this white girl in the front, this white dude. It's something that's not tangible to us, you know what I mean? You can't really tangible, so that doesn't inspire you to do it, you think the closest thing to health is whole foods, so eat some rice and beans, like it's the same as like eating quinoa and fucking kale,
So what's your ethnicity? Are you just Black?
I'm Black, as far as I know. I haven't taken any 23andMe or anything right now, but I'm black.
That's awesome. No, but I do love it though, because it's like you're right. Everything you see is just like white people, which is like
exactly. Yeah, even for like people that are not of like the Black diasporas, even like colored people, Hispanic people, things like that is not tangible. You don't see us represented, especially like in health. Like we're, you think fucking soul food, like super heavy, greasy, all this shit. And it's just like no, like a lot of our food is healthy food.
Yeah, you just have to look for it, and
you gotta look for it and want to do it, and also have the mindset to do it. It's all about mindset, definitely.
No, I definitely agree. Is your campaign you want to work with or be the face for?
I would say that's a great question. Like, man, everybody, man. Like, I mean, of course, like I don't want like I guess like super cliche brands there, but I would love a great brand deal with like Adidas. Adidas. For health wise, or just something in general?
Health wise.
Adidas. I would like to see like Nike, of course.
Nike.
Fear of God. What's another great? Higher Moss.
Everywhere.
Dope brand.
I need to check that out. Definitely.
I can name a few, but definitely I want my face to be everywhere. It's not even a specific brand. I just want to, just how would I put this? I want to see myself represented. Not only because I wasn't, I guess confident enough to be a model or whatever, but not seeing myself across magazines, not seeing me represented. I didn't see anyone who looked like me, and if I did see, a Black girl, it was like the super, like, socially acceptable Black girl, like light skin, type 3, maybe type 2 curly hair, you know what I mean, type, like, it wasn't anything that was tangible to me. It was almost like a fantasy. It was very, like, they sell you fantasies, like, I want to look like her, and I want to be like her. This is something you have to keep aspiring to be, but it's like I'm trying to be everywhere to show like a little girl that was like me, or look like me, or even like actually has like the same like character attributes to me, like you know what I mean, like I'm not the person that thank you, I wish it was mine. But but actually just I guess seeing someone that's like me, you see how you said you see these typical models that's just short thick model list, it's just like I'm a dork. I'm coming on set. I don't have the best posture, but when the camera turns on, I'm gonna straighten up. You know what I mean?
That's I'm saying like, I'm like, wait, hold up, let me fix my shoulders.
Right, like sitting up.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's so cool though.
Like the tomboys, super athletic girls, like I grew up with 4 older brothers, so definitely a huge tomboy, but it has played to my advantage. I have definitely a more like androgynous look when I do get into model mode, so I guess it's really cool that I can play both fields, kind of like in feminine and masculine when I want to. So
that's a huge advantage too, because I feel like some people they just know they're girly and this that they're like no, like
super easy breezy beautiful.
And it's just like, well, I could still go play football or throw a ball and stuff like that and still look cute while doing it.
Exactly. You don't want to see that just in like an athletic campaign. Like, where's the edgy girls in the makeup campaign? I agree with that. So is there a specific picture or photo shoot you've worked on that you're like in love with? Right as of right now, because I know you did a bunch. Probably. I feel like my favorite photo shoot thus No, I never even asked that question before. I feel like all my photo shoots become like my favorite photo shoots because they're a new experience. I kind of look at photo shoots as a new experience. I learn more and more each photo shoot, you know what I mean? I develop more, I get to meet more and more new people, you know, so all of them are my favorite. They have like something about them, something really special. I guess like my most memorable photo shoot, I would say actually was like probably last year, like in the summer. July 28th to be exact. Right after the photo shoot, I had shot, and then about like, I want to say 3 hours later, I was hanging out with a couple friends, and I broke my ankle longboarding. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, that was huge transitioning point. I needed that though. It was definitely a blessing in disguise. It was definitely a blessing in disguise. Me fracturing my fucking ankle. I'm like mad over.
How did you fracture your ankle? So you were doing what?
I was longboarding, so I was just out longboarding with my friends in a Target parking lot, and that shit broke, bro. It was crazy, and it was like, it felt like the end of the world, like, not in the actual moment, it was more like adrenaline, but like, after, it felt kind of like the end of the world, like in that time frame, I guess. It was July, so like, especially in that time, I would say like that, I got a job that February from my agency, and that whole time, like even before February, like I just wasn't working, like I just had my little low point, I guess you would call it. I wasn't shooting really, I wasn't really doing much of any modeling, so I got that job and was like, it was great that I got it, you know, go crazy, but it was also like, it kind of woke me up to like stay ready, so you don't gotta get ready, you know, don't lose confidence in yourself and your abilities. But it was also like, I wasn't, you know, I was like, damn, like, it was cool that I got it, but I wasn't like confident on it. I was confident, I definitely fake face to like get through the shoot, but like after I was like, damn, I could have been so much more ready for this, I could have performed so much better. So after that, it kind of woke me up, and I started shooting constantly, you know what I mean, getting some great shots off with some great photographers out here. And then boom, I broke my fucking ankle. I'm like, bro, I just picked it back up, like, you know what I mean? So it was definitely one of those. But in that time frame, like, I realized a lot about myself. It was during the pandemic. It's still a pandemic, but it was kind of like right in the midst of it. I feel like I was really trying to figure out who I was without all these titles, without the title Kenndei the fitness instructor, without the title Kenndei James the model. I was really trying to figure out just who Kenndei was when everything disappeared. So I guess it was like one of those things, like God just kind of set me down, you know what I mean? It was just like, figure it out, and I did, and I came back stronger than ever, so.
That's amazing.
I'm really good about it.
No, I could tell by the way you are, the way you present yourself, that you know who you are.
Thank
you. Even by then, it's still like, you're still trying to like figure yourself out, but you could tell like, your vibe is amazing. Like, I love everything about you. Like, literally just met you. It's like, dude, no, you are awesome, and I cannot wait to like go on your page and look at all your photo shoots.
No, same.
Right?
You
Like,
have like such a very like melodic, I think that's the word. Like super like chill, but very homey, like love type. You know what I mean?
No, I'm excited. I don't know if you've ever been to Atlanta, but I know some dope photographers you definitely need to collab with.
I would love, big connections.
Yes, no, I know so many people in Atlanta. I don't know if you've ever heard of Camp Kirk Studios or Camp Kirk.
No.
I wanted to put you
Am
on.
I lame?
No, you're
Sorry,
not.
Camp Kirk.
No, it's like, no, like a lot of people are like, sleep with Camp Kirk, because that's what I started. Like, I want to get into modeling and stuff like that, but I need to just like.
Digitals. I tell people, if you want to get into modeling, bro, digitals. Take some fucking
Anybody
digitals.
wants to do modeling.
Digitals. Take some digitals. I swear to God, you go to agencies, they want to see your portfolio, but don't forget they have a development board for that to help develop you. Don't waste your time doing a whole bunch of photo shoots, especially if you don't know what you're looking for to shoot. You're kind of better off taking some digitals of yourself, and that's just you and your like natural state, no makeup, no nothing, just you, because ultimately the agency wants to see what they can do with you. You know, anyone can put on makeup and look amazing, but they want to see you, your raw image, straightforward photos, and submit. Definitely, you know, connect and work, magazine quality work only. Don't do a lot of shit. A lot of shit people will do is like, it's really good for Instagram, but it is not good to submit to agencies. That was a big problem of mine when I started off. I was working like a lot locally, And a lot of the photo shoots, it was cool that I was working, but it was like they didn't help me any because it was like it was more so good for the photographer for their brand, but for my brand it was like terrible. So when I did finally the agency, like a lot of my photos were scrapped because it was like, bro, we're not posting this shit on your fucking portfolio, you know what I mean? And so digitals are really important because again they got a development board, they can develop you, and they have the photographers you want to develop with to give you those images that's good for your portfolio. So yeah, just don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Take some digitals and submit. See what they say.
Yeah, that's true. When did you know that you wanted to take modeling serious though, instead of just like doing it for fun, for IG and stuff like that?
I would say probably like after my freshman year in college, like that's when I really got confident in modeling. But like I feel like sophomore year of college, so I would say that's like 2015, 2016, like I really was like, I can do this. It was more so I feel like, like I'm kind of narcissistic if you, in a sense, kind of. So like when I was getting them affirmations from like other people when I was getting known as like, oh, that's Kenndei James the model, I'm like,
That was so nice.
Interesting. Maybe I could do this, you know? And so, yeah, just always doing that. And then I was like, all right, I got this. I think I got this. And then building confidence in myself and freelancing, honestly, like just keep freelancing. So I wouldn't say it was like when I got the agency, actually. It was more so like just consistently freelancing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. And learning more about it. And it just made me happy. Like, it made me happy. I'm like, and I can make money off this, bro, and it makes me happy, and I can inspire people. It was like the list was kind of endless. I was like, well, fuck yeah, I'm gonna do it. Like, you know what I mean?
That's cool. What did your parents say when you were like, hey parents, I want to do this instead of go to college and get a degree and stuff like that? How did they take it?
They were cool. They were okay with it. Of course, parents are gonna be like, you know, focus on your schoolwork. Because I went to school at Eastern Michigan University.
Okay.
I did take like 2 years off. I went back last semester, and that was like kind of my actual nail in the coffin. Like, no, you don't want to do this. Like, you know what I mean? So, when I was in college, you know, they use like as soon as my grades dropped or something. Like, cause you're probably out there modeling, you know, you're probably, you know, out there doing all the photo shoots, you can't wake up for school, you know, they find anything to blame it, you know what I mean, so they were like that, but I started bringing home the photo shoots, my mom was like, can you send that to me on the phone, can you bring it out? You know what I mean, they like to see the product, the process is more so like, you know what I mean, focus on more important things, and it's, of course, it's out of the goodness of their hearts, they just want to see you do good, they don't want to see you be out here, like, suffering like they had to, or anything like that, so, you know, that generation is school or the highway. Like, school is going to save your life kind of thing. You know, you're going to get a job, you're going to settle down, you know, you're going to have a good pension, you know, a good retirement, can't enjoy anything till you're like 70. But I was like, listen, I'm going to do it. And it was more so like, it wasn't to prove a point, it was to prove a point to myself. But of course it felt good, like, yeah, guess what just got signed, Mom.
You know what I mean? No, I understand. I feel like that's the same way. I'm at first I was trying to prove my parents wrong. Yeah. Podcast, and I was like, now I prove myself wrong. Yeah. At the end of the day, it's for me. This is what I want to do and love.
And that's what makes you want to stay in it more, like actually doing it for yourself. Like, because like when you start doing things for everyone else, it gets lackluster really fast. Really, really fast. So definitely doing it for myself made me go harder, and I want to keep doing it. But like, of course, the affirmation for my parents when I started getting like my major job and things like that, it felt good because it's like, in that same way, in that same token, I was kind of showing them like, hey, there's another way you can show this. So maybe, I don't know, when my nieces and nephew get older, they won't be on their head about school, and maybe they'll be a little bit more supportive of their dreams and, you know, things of that nature, even if they are taking like a more entrepreneurial approach. So, yeah.
That's so dope. That's so cool. Alright, so where can we find you at? See your modeling gigs and social media.
So, you can follow me at Kenndei James, that's Kennedi James, James, on Instagram. GRIME Studios 2020 on Instagram as well. That will be coming soon this summer. That's GRIME Studios 2020. And yeah.
Excited, I can't wait. Now I definitely have to come back for summer and see the
No,
studio.
yes.
I'm so sad I've been only here for the weekend, but I'll definitely be back
Yes,
to see this because I can't wait to see you open.
That platform for the audience to come in and building my audience, my target audience and things like that.
No, that's such a dope idea. Like I never even thought of that. Like you really putting everything together in one spot, like a one-stop shop. And go on and create with each other.
Exactly.
That is so dope.
And be healthy at the same time.
Exactly the same.
Both.
Because everybody uses an excuse. I don't have time. My schedule's hectic. But you're like, no, this is the one stop.
Exactly.
Get healthy. Get creative. Collab. Do whatever you gotta do.
And you can meet so many other people there.
Yeah. So that's awesome. That's amazing. And like got our support, of course. So